the time, and today it's just about laying the cards on the table and putting the facts straight and having our listeners really understand why eggs are healthy, why you should not be afraid of eggs, and why you shouldn't be afraid of cholesterol as well. I'm sure you agree with me on that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hoping you can help us because, every package on the shelf says, oh, no cholesterol, low cholesterol, zero cholesterol. We don't even know what we're doing anymore.
Yeah. So, first of all, let's look at how Nigeria deals with eggs. I mean, why are eggs such a big part of the Nigerian diet? So the most recent confirmed data I could get was from the year 2018. But apparently the numbers have dropped then. Is it because of the economy? Is it because people, can't afford as much as before? In 2018, Nigerian, let's say per year, would consume around 80 eggs. And that's for a population of 195 million back then. So that would be, you would be needing around 15.6 billion eggs per year. And that was in 2018. So it's a growing industry and there's a lot of demand. And there are so many farms popping out like mushrooms out there. I remember when I was in Ibadan, there was a huge farm out there as well. So egg is a staple food of our diet. You have it in the egg stew, in the bean stew, you have it eaten at breakfast, you have it added to all kinds of stews. And we can't deny the fact that people have been very confused. So we're going to keep the lines open, Joyce. So as I'm explaining, I will be opening the lines because we might not have time. If I have everything I need to say, we might not have time to have our listeners call. So let's have the lines open right now. Go ahead, say the names, the numbers, please.
Okay, so 0700 993 993 993. So since Carla's in the mood to answer questions today, let me be the first to ask a question. How many eggs per day? How many? Because I'm an egg person. How many?
That's the ultimate question.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point about the show today. And I can't give you a straight answer, but all I can tell you is that after constant reading and research and looking into all kind of data, overall, Joyce, and taking into consideration we each have our own bio-individuality, we have our own unique health history.
Yeah.
We're talking about a perfectly healthy person who has no chronic problems, no diabetes, no specific, no
underlying
renal
health
problems.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're eating up to 3 whole eggs per day, you're fine. And trust me, given the range of nutrients and powerful health benefits I am going to tell you today, and the quality of the eggs as well, because not all eggs are created equal. The eggs can be amongst the healthiest foods on the planet and the easiest to cook. I'm sure you agree with me on that.
Absolutely. Okay.
So while we're waiting for calls, let's step back.
You have calls already. It's eggs, baby. Because I was thinking you would say, you know what? Eggs contains cholesterol and our hearts would just shatter. All right. So Carla is here. Questions for Carla. Hello. Welcome to Nigeria. Turn off your radio. Please turn off your radio. All right.
So I'm going to rush into that one, Joyce, so that we understand a bit about eggs, okay? Because eggs and chickens have been, food sources ever since the year 5,000 before BC. We know that. It was easy to hunt food, and so it was a good source of nutrients. And let's fast forward to the 1900s when egg farming was not safe at a point because chickens were everywhere. They were just let outside and they were prone to environmental disasters or disease. So basically they started domesticating chickens and everything. So chickens were spending more time indoor, away from the bad weather and disease. So egg farming progressed and became safer. And then from the 1950s to 1960s, you can say that the egg production and consumption had increased because it actually became a business. And up until the 1968 that we have this big headline from the American Heart Association that make strict recommendations. And this is where it started with the whole cholesterol thing. Go ahead, Joyce.
All right, so I need to get to the telephone lines right now, Carla. People need you to give answers to questions. Hello, this is Nigeria Info. Welcome. Turn off your radio. This is Nigeria Info. Hello, good
No.
afternoon to you. Turn off your
Hello?
radio. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. What's your name?
Good afternoon.
I don't really know. I just tuned into your program.
So I'm going to
I want
ask
to know
you.
really what you're talking about. Egg and cholesterol.
Okay, since you don't have a question, I'm going to ask you to listen. There's so much you can learn today about eggs, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh,
This is
All right,
Nigeria
so-
Info. This is Nigeria Info. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Very much for calling, caller. Tell us your name and please go ahead, ask your question.
Yes, I'm Jami Mohammed from Ikeja Cantonment.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi. Thanks for
This
calling.
is uncooked egg. I mean the fresh egg. Is it good to consume?
Okay, beautiful question. Thank you very much. Thank you. Caller, he has asked a very interesting question. He's asking, uncooked eggs, is it good to consume? Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Before you answer that, I like half-cooked eggs. So my eggs, I put them in boiling water. I boil for 5 minutes. So when I peel it open, the yolk is still liquid. That's how I eat my eggs. So now you're going to answer that question. Is it good or bad? Go ahead.
All right. So that's quite interesting. And when you think about it, when did this whole raw egg eating era start? I don't know if you remember the movie Rocky with
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone,
Yeah.
where it was in the 1970s, 76 to be precise.
Sports guy.
And it's about this fictional boxer who's training for a big competition. It was a big movie, and you see him
Drinking raw
like
eggs.
6 eggs at the time, and that was it. Eggs are the big deal. Let's put it this way. 91% of the proteins in cooked eggs are readily available for digestion as compared to only 51% in raw eggs. And bear in mind, unfortunately, Joyce, sometimes you have eggs that are contaminated with bacteria known as salmonella. So there's a high risk of food poisoning if the eggs or the chicken that is laying the egg, not necessarily the egg, is infected. And when we're saying salmonella, we're talking about nausea, vomiting, abdominal cramps, diarrhea, chills, headache, blood in the stools. These are all symptoms. And although most people recover without antibiotic treatment, I'm not saying it's going to kill you, but those who develop severe diarrhea might need hospitalization. And so this illness tends to also be very serious in infants, in babies, and those with impaired immune systems. So the bacteria get into the eggs even before the shells are formed. And
true.
They invade the ovaries of healthy appearing hens. So you can't really say if a hen is contaminated or an egg is contaminated.
Okay.
So that's one thing I would stay away from, just concerning raw egg, unless you get pasteurized raw egg, which are, I don't think I haven't seen those in supermarkets here. They're usually sold in cartons and already broken and sold as a liquid form, but I haven't seen these here. So I wouldn't advise, because I'm not too sure about, where
The
I'm
health
buying
of the
my
chicken,
egg and
yeah.
how they're,
The health of a
not
chicken.
just chicken, the
Okay.
whole sanitary environment and how the egg is stored. Another thing about that as well, if it can make you prone to develop a deficiency in a specific vitamin called biotin, which is very important for skin, hair, and nails in the raw state. So you're better off cooking it. Half cook, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, it still went through some heat, when
Okay.
you're cooking it.
Okay.
But I would rather have it cooked than raw. I hope that answers his
Okay,
question.
so when you say cooked, like cooked 5 minutes, 7 minutes, cooked hard, that's what you mean, yeah? Like cooked.
As in temperature, you mean?
No, well, like the degree to which it should be cooked. I cook my eggs for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, yeah. I don't like dry eggs or hard eggs.
Let me put it this way: the temperature at which it should be cooked is around 160 degrees.
Okay.
So you're not going to be holding a thermometer, but that means it's pretty high, and it's better to make sure the yolk and the white are firm. I would prefer that.
Hard eggs.
Now,
okay.
when I was raised in Kano, I used to have the half partly boiled eggs.
Yeah.
So the egg was, but we knew what we had. We had chickens in the compound. We knew what
they were
eggs
eating. You knew how they were growing. Ah.
Yeah, and once you also let's say you boil your egg, you have to refrigerate it within 2 hours. And if you have cooked your egg, you have to eat it right after you've cooked it.
Okay.
So yeah. Go
All
ahead.
right. So telephone lines 0700 993 993 993. Hello, welcome. I lost you. Sorry. Hello.
All right.
Nigeria Info.
Hello, George.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling. Tell us your
afternoon.
name. Please ask your question. Go ahead.
I'm Johnson.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm in my early 50s. And I would like to know how many eggs should I eat a day?
Okay, beautiful question. Thank you very much.
So he's asking how many eggs should he eat?
Yeah, and he's in his 50s.
You're in your 50. If you're not prone to type 2 diabetes, all right, it should be safe that you can eat up to 3 eggs a day.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, this is a generalized rule. I don't know what your health history is. I don't know about, if you have renal problems or whatsoever. So we're talking about a person who's perfectly healthy. Another thing also, you need to make sure that your diet in general is healthy. What am I saying here? Eggs, they keep on telling you they contain cholesterol. Although cholesterol is not a bad thing. We all contain cholesterol. Our liver produces cholesterol, and our liver works in an amazing way. When it sees you overtaking in cholesterol, it kind of starts producing less to maintain a balance. So it's an essential part of our body to produce vitamin D as well.
Okay.
So our body uses it. It builds the structure of cell membranes. It makes hormones. What else? It helps your metabolism work efficiently. But the problem is that most of the studies that have been done with eggs and saying, they were eating 5 eggs a day, 3 eggs a day, 2 eggs a day, they did not take into consideration what else was part of the diet. And most of the people who usually have eggs have fried sausage, fried yam, fried akara, other sources of cholesterol that may be what is causing you to get maybe those high levels of cholesterol
Okay.
than the egg itself.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
I would answer that question with up to 3 would be fine.
Okay.
I wouldn't go every day eating 3 eggs.
Yeah, because that's the question here. Someone is asking.
I would enjoy it at the end.
Okay,
Yeah,
someone is
go ahead.
asking. I eat cooked eggs every day, a lot with rice. No, I eat cooked eggs with rice. I eat eggs almost every day. Is it too much or okay?
So to start, no studies have been made with feeding people up till now more than 3 eggs per day. All right?
Okay.
So from the studies we're talking in general, they're telling you that according to your bio-individuality, you should know. Once again, I'm repeating it because we're all different. But in 70% of people, eggs have no bad effect on your bad cholesterol. Actually, they have an effect on your good cholesterol, which is the HDL. So I would still suggest 3 eggs maximum a day is fine.
But not
as
every
long as
day.
No, you can have it every day. But as
okay.
long as your diet is healthy in general.
All right,
you're not
beautiful.
eating, because if you're getting bad cholesterol, it's most probably from other stuff like deep fried food,
Oils, true.
deep fried chicken, rancid oils, extra sugar. These are really the main culprits of cholesterol.
All right, telephone lines, caller. The world is waiting to ask you about eggs. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hello, George.
Good afternoon. So please tell us your name and go ahead, ask caller your question.
I'm the same James I called before from Badagry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask as an adult, is that frying egg or cooking egg is more better for adult health? Thank you. That's my question.
Thank you very much. Caller, fried egg, cooked egg, which is better?
Which is better for you, Joyce?
So, you know what? I'm trying to balance my life. So I love fried eggs, but I don't have it every time. Then I try to work out so I can have more excuses to eat more fried eggs. That's what I do.
Look, honestly, I enjoy fried eggs a lot.
Eggs.
And I enjoy them with some olive oil. Once again, it's how you fry them. If you're going to fry them with half a pack of butter, I'll tell you no. It's fine to fry. If you're burning a lot during the day, it's fine. You're just using a bit of oil, some eggs. You add a bit of water if you want, or have them boiled, or have them scrambled with some milk. It all depends. There is no one rule of thumb. No, fried egg is bad, boiled egg is good.
Okay.
The healthiest people eat sometimes fried eggs, but they eat them using healthy oils, not rancid vegetable oil like the one that's being sold everywhere here for cheaper prices than other good quality oils.
All right, next question. Hello, welcome to Nigeria Info. Please turn off your radio. Thank you. Yeah, welcome. Good afternoon. Tell us your name. Go ahead, ask your question.
My question is that if you eat one egg, then maybe you eat
I'm so sorry. I do apologize. Your line isn't clear at all. Please call back, please. Nigeria Info. Hello, welcome. What's your name? Good afternoon. Thank you for calling. Tell us your name. Go ahead, ask caller your question.
Like for me,
Go ahead.
I want to ask now. Sometimes when I want to go and buy egg, I usually see something that has blood stain and this
Sorry, repeat that. When you go to buy eggs, you see some eggs that have some impurities on them, yeah?
like a blood stain on it.
Blood stain on the shell?
Yeah, very well.
Okay, yeah.
And my mom told me that it's not good for consumption. That it's somehow harmful for someone to consume.
It's harmful. Okay. All right, thank you very much. Okay, thank you for your question.
If he's referring to the spots that you find sometimes on eggs, these are generally harmless. They're not as commonly thought as an indication that, the egg was fertilized, but rather that it's mainly a blood vessel of the chicken's reproductive tract that was maybe ruptured during the egg formation.
Okay.
But another thing, since he's mentioning that, if he's just talking about blood or a spot, because there's a big difference. As in
he's saying blood. He's saying blood, and his mother, I don't know if it's out of superstition, is saying that it's not a good thing to consume.
No. Usually those spots are quite, harmless. Once again, it's tiny blood vessels that were ruptured.
Okay.
I can't say more than that because I haven't seen the egg. But it's not something you should
be afraid of.
You should worry about. Worry about, yes.
Next question.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. Tell us your name. Go ahead, ask a caller your question.
I'm Lillian. I'm calling from Ibejuleki. Is it good to fry egg with coconut oil?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Carla, is it good to fry eggs with coconut oil? I'll say yes.
Yes, it's actually fine.
Actually, I love it.
Coconut oil is a very healthy oil.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to over flood your egg.
Don't drown it in oil.
Not.
Okay.
But try and use a non-stick frying pan that would make it.
Carla, that's
less
expensive.
heat.
What about iron pans, non-stick?
You can use that.
Yeah.
It might stick. It might stick.
It would
but,
stick. It would stick, actually.
But then just scrap it off like we all did, before the whole non-stick frying pan fashion came out.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fine. A bit of coconut oil. Actually, coconut oil can withstand heat more than vegetable oil that's that's being sold out there. So I would go for the genuine coconut oil, instead of the refined palm oil, refined sunflower oil, corn oil. Unless it's coconut oil or palm oil that is unrefined, there's nothing wrong with a bit of that.
All right, next question.
It's all in moderation.
All right, Nigeria Info, welcome. What's your name?
Yeah, hello, Steven on the line.
Thank you, Stephen. Turn off your radio. Go ahead, ask your question.
At what age do one stop eating egg, whether cooked or fried?
Okay. Thank you very much for your question. Carla, at what age should we stop eating eggs? Please say never. Yeah, go ahead.
Would you like me to tell you two very interesting stories?
If it's gonna make me stop eating eggs, please don't tell me. All right, go ahead.
Trust me, I'm a big fan of eggs, so I don't think you're gonna be discouraged in any way.
Okay.
In 2016,
yeah,
the oldest living person on her 117th birthday, she was actually Italian. Her name was Emma Morano. She actually gave credits to eggs.
Oh.
Because she ate a lot of eggs. And yeah, she actually said thanks to eggs, she has a longer life. And even her doctor said that her cholesterol levels were absolutely fine. Another story as well is about case study that they found that included an 88-year-old woman who consumed 25 eggs per day, but that's one person, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
she had normal cholesterol and she had very good health, but we can't take this example and apply it to everyone.
Everyone,
you know, maybe
true.
her
Okay.
genes were strong enough to withstand whatever it is that her body takes. So yeah, why not? If you have a healthy diet in all, egg is very, very nutritious. I mean,
Okay.
you've got vitamin A for vision. You've got zinc for boosting your immune system. You've got vitamin E for fighting germs and protecting your cells. You've got choline for your brain and your spinal cord health. You've got proteins for building up muscle, repairing tissue, feeling full, losing weight as well, or gaining muscles. You've got folate, which is another vitamin to lower the risk of birth defects.
Folate, yeah.
You've got calcium, phosphorus, vitamin D for strong bones. You've got vitamin K to stop any internal bleeding or bleeding to, you know, to reduce
Internal
the
bleeding.
amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've got vitamin A, once again, I don't know if I said it, for
Yeah.
vision.
Thank you very much.
what-
Beautiful.
The health benefits outweigh whatever, you know, myth you've been hearing out
Alright.
on the media.
All right. Next question. All right. So do me a favor. When you're calling, please turn down the volume of your radio set. Tell us your name. Go ahead. Ask your question. This is Nigeria Info. Welcome.
Hello. Good afternoon, Josh.
Good afternoon. You haven't turned off your radio. You didn't turn off your radio. Tell us your name. Turn off your radio. Tell us your name. Ask your question.
My name is Sunday.
Go ahead. Thank you, Sunday.
Hello?
Hi, Sunday.
Yes, I'm calling from Bariga.
Go ahead.
You're welcome.
So I wanted to find out, you know, to mix a fresh egg with malt. That is, without frying it. Is it okay for the body?
All right. Good question.
Malt
Thank
and milk. Yes, you mix them, you stir them. Probably you put add up with milk.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how about that?
All right.
So
Thank you.
Sunday is saying if it's okay to mix raw eggs with milk.
And malt. Yeah. Sometimes
malt.
milk and malt. Sometimes milk, malt, and eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back to my same comment as before, Joyce, which is the only fear I have is the contamination with salmonella. And unfortunately, because we live in a profit-driven world where producers don't actually think much of the health of the consumers, they're only driven by the amount of money they make. I'm not sure if things are supervised the way they should be, and I'm just worried that there might be a contamination of salmonella. That would be my only negative point when it comes to consuming raw eggs. And as I said, 91% of proteins in cooked eggs are readily available as compared to 51 in uncooked eggs. So that's the only thing. Just watch out. Make sure you know where you're getting your egg from. Make sure you know the conditions your egg is stored in. Get a fridge. Make sure you're storing them in a fridge at least, or you're buying them from a place where it has been stored in the fridge.
And then don't add too much oil when you fry.
Yeah, I mean, you can, once again, oil is not the enemy. It's the quality of the oil that's the
All
enemy.
right.
If you're using refined oil, forget about it. If you're using coconut oil or olive oil, go ahead,
All
indulge
right.
a bit.
Next question. Nigeria Info. Welcome. What's your name?
Hello, my name is John Sinibi.
Go ahead. Thank you very much, John.
Hi.
I just want to know, we're talking about the good health about egg.
Yeah. Ask your question.
Okay, I want to know if a man of 50 can be eating 2 or 3 eggs every day, because in Nigeria here they say if you eat 1 egg, it's like if you are eating a full distinct chicken.
Well, Carla answered the question already. She actually did say yes, you can. So long as you have a good health, you can eat up to 2 eggs a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This
Thank
saying
you.
about, I like what he just brought up about, you know, if you're eating 1 egg, it's as if you're eating a whole
chicken.
Now, technically, it's not the same thing. If you're looking at the calories in chicken, the nutritional data in chicken and the nutritional data in eggs, it's actually different. But the idea comes from a whole egg has had enough nutrients to create a chicken.
Okay.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
That's just to tell you how rich an egg is in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, just what I was naming earlier, just to name a few. But that doesn't mean that if you eat an egg, that means you ate a chicken. That's not it. but it's very nutritious. And once again, if you don't have any underlying health conditions, specifically not type 2 diabetes, there's nothing wrong with eating good quality eggs. And on that note, Joyce, I need to make it clear that not all eggs are created equal.
Okay.
All right, just to as a closure for the show today.
Yeah.
Most eggs at the supermarket, I mean, eggs, depending on how the chicken is being farmed, eggs come out differently. What you feed the chicken is basically what you will be getting from your egg. And most supermarkets nowadays, the eggs come from factories that have chicken raised by feeding them grains, and unfortunately either caged eggs, conventional caged eggs. So you've got chickens
in cages,
who are living in cages. They're like, you've got 6 or 7 per cage, and the climate is controlled in the barn, and each hen has about 60 to 80 inches of space. That's it. And their feeding is maybe not the same thing as if you have pasture raised eggs or free range eggs, where chickens are allowed to roam all around the area outside, maybe taken in to sleep, and they're given a more omnivorous diet, which is not just grains, but anything we eat they eat, and mainly seeds that contain omega-6, which is omega-3, which is a very healthy fat. These are the best quality of eggs as compared to the conventional cage or cage-free eggs. When I say cage-free, it's that they're not in a cage, but they're still all squashed together in a small, contained place.
Environment.
They're allowed to roam. Yes, so you see them all together, but still, I have to end this. Anyway.
Thank you, Carla. You didn't disrupt our lives today. We'll see you next Friday.
It was the end of the show, and we'll see you next Friday. I might be coming to the studio by next Friday.
Sounds good. Looking forward to having you. Thank you, lady.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Have a lovely weekend.
You too. Bye-bye. The sun sets here. My work's done, people. Have a beautiful one. Bye-bye.
It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock.